together with Gerhard Rempel. My name is Keith Redekup, and we're situated down in the tropics of Belize, Central America. So anyways, folks, as most of you know, the day has finally come. It was officially supposed to be today, but CryptoX pushed BCCA live yesterday. And for those of you that have not gone to the website yet, it is crypto, or CryptoX, CryptoX, however you pronounce that, .com is the website itself. And it's a fairly new exchange, but it's a solid exchange. It runs smoothly, it works fine, and we've had a lot of involvement with the management of CryptoX because we've been working with them in another cryptocurrency way back in 2014, 2015 called DCR Coin, which is also listed on CryptoX. So we're very confident with the management team of this trading platform. And of course, the day has finally come where the coin is live and it's trading. And of course, there's going to be volatility, obviously, as any coin that comes on to a market. Yesterday, we saw a high of 1,400 satoshis, all the way down to a low of 50 satoshis. So clearly, it is going to bounce around until there's some real trade volume there, and it finds its place. And that's all going to depend on each and every one of us. You know, you guys all included here, because it is now in the hands of you, the public. So you guys get to decide the value and the price of the BCCA coin. And one of the things that I really want to encourage everyone to do is to just help us create awareness, help us spread the word about the BCCA coin being live, because one of our first goals with Godfrey Chris has no more sound. Can you guys hear me okay, or is it just at his end? Is my sound broadcasting? Just a real quick yes, no in the chat box there. So, okay, so it's got to be just his computer. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to be working on creating some value, working on utility projects. There's many things that I'm not going to get into so much today on this webinar. Today is about getting you guys familiarized with what to do and how to go about placing your first buy order or sell order on CryptoX, and getting involved with the platform itself and how to really make things work. Now, our goal obviously is to generate some trading volume on CryptoX, because we want to be listed on coinmarketcap.com. And obviously, the only way you can get listed on CoinMarketCap is you must have $10,000 US and trading volume in any one given 24-hour period before you can even apply to be listed on CoinMarketCap.com. So this is where we're going to need your help. We're going to need everyone to come in there and start placing a few buy orders, and you know, if you wish, a few sell orders as well. But just one of the things that I really want to remind everyone about is don't just go and foolishly put your coins in there at a ridiculously low price, because clearly that's going to only drive the value of the coin down, and you will dump yourself out of business, and that's it. There's too many things that are going to be happening here as we move forward here, and as Satoshi continues to be developed, our own internal platform. And that's, of course, the reason why you're seeing BCCA on CryptoX, because there was just too many ongoing dilemmas with getting Satoshi live, and we just didn't want to make you guys wait any longer. And pretty much this is a repeat webinar of yesterday. As most of you know, we had listed with BitX Bay. We looked at the exchange. It looked really good. It looked wonderful, and lo and behold, to our surprise, we list and we pay the listing fee and the customization of the requirements that we had for BCCA, and gone it was a day or two later after we got listed. So it was really unfortunate. We hadn't done any trading on the platform yet, thank goodness, but nevertheless, there are plenty of scammers out there and just people that have bad intentions, and that obviously was not a good experience, and it delayed us again, and it was a bit of a setback, but I'm not here to talk about that today. I'm not here to talk about delays and setbacks. We've had plenty of those. It's now time for us to get out and the picks and the shovels, if you will, and it's time for us to just get to work here and make something great here and make this thing really, really fly. Now, BCCA, for those of you that are new here, I know most of you have been around, is Belize Crypto Coin Alliance. It's an alliance. And with the alliance, there are many, many faucets that will be made available to you guys, and you'll be aware of many things that are going to be happening. One of the things is the Passive Coin Trade Project. And I know most of you know what that is and how that works, and if you don't, well, Gerhard's going to be on in a bit here, and he's going to be talking about different aspects of the exchange, different aspects of the Passive Coin Trade Project, how that's going to work and how that can benefit you, because let's face it, there's many people that have no clue how to trade on a trading platform. It's just something new to them. They don't understand it, and obviously that is very obvious. We get questions and tickets, and one that Gerhard was chuckling on today was when you place a buy order, how long does it take to mature? Was the question, you know? And I got a really good chuckle out of that, because to them, it's kind of like, in their mind, it's maybe like, is this maybe like a high yield investment where you put it in there and then it matures and then you get something back? And it was just really funny at the moment. So, but anyways, there's a lot of learning to do. There's a lot of education materials that we're going to need to develop, and we're going to obviously ask for your help, and just give us, give us your support, give us your feedback on different things that we should do to really get BCCA out there and to help the general population, the general public, know what this coin is and how it will work and how it's based out of Belize, Central America, and what some of the utility projects behind the coin will be. There are many great plans for BCCA and ultimately our own trading platform, Bitoshi, but obviously that's going to take some time. We're going to have to lock arms, work together here, and run this race, and just really be organized and make this happen. The first and foremost thing I think for us to do right now, if you haven't already done so, is to just go and get your account created with CryptoX and start experimenting. Load up some Bitcoin, go place a few sell orders. That's the, buy orders. That's the area where we need the most support right now to short the price a bit. We need some buy orders in there, because if no one goes in there and places any buy orders, obviously the dumpers look at this and say, hey, there's nobody buying, and then they just keep lowering their bid, and they keep offering less and less and less for the coin, till ultimately someone moves in there and says, hey, this is a great deal, and snatches up all those cheap coins, and then just sits on it and waits for the price to inevitably be raised and built up. And it will be built, it will be raised, and we will have all kinds of fluctuation and highs and lows, and like any coin that's new, there is going to be volatility. There's no question about it. So anyways, I'm going to turn it over to Gerhard here, and he's going to be sharing several things with you, and I'll come back on a bit later, and we'll just tag team back and forth, and we'll share some different strategies and ideas. So join me in welcoming Gerhard Rumpel.
Sound check to make sure that everybody can hear me. Be so kind and type in the chat box if you can hear me. Sheeta says yes. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. As always, folks, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to be in this conference room with all of you. I want to firstly welcome each and every one, and I also want to thank you very much for taking the time out to be here with us today. And as always, I'm trying to not to forget to remember to always, let you know that I really, really personally do appreciate each and every one of you, regardless of in what area we're working together. You're always very much appreciated. And, we thank you for your patience. A lot of you have been with us for a long, long time already. How you endure the wait and so on, and you are still with us. To be honest with you, is beyond me. Most people would have just packed up their toys. They would have just packed up their bags, and they would have moved on to better looking pastures, so to speak. But anyways, we've had, as most of you already know, we had our share of setbacks and roadblocks and things tossed at us, but that was not nearly enough to defeat us. We were, many times we were utterly, disappointed and stressed out to no end, but we just kept on going and tried to hold our heads up high, and here we are. The coin is finally live. It's not, like Pete already explained, our goal was to make the debut with Satoshi, our own platform, but that, again, there were too many obstacles. At the time, we were not able to overcome them. So, and seeing that we had already made you guys wait for so long already, holding your coins, we figured it was now high time to just start putting the coin on a public exchange, which we had promised from day one that we would do. Otherwise, it would just be considered as an internal token, and most likely it would have been deemed as a worthless coin. And that's not what we wanted. So now the coin is live. It is now totally in the hands of you, the coin holders. It is now up to you what to do with it. If you want the price to go up, everybody that's in the crypto industry already knows what it takes. It's like an auction sale. You take your goods to the market and you try to get the best price for it. Or you take your money to a market where there will be selling items that you're interested in, that you need or that you want. This is no different. You take your Bitcoin, you deposit or you upload your Bitcoin, and you start buying BCCA coin. And by doing that, that is the greatest support that you could possibly offer to the community as a whole. Because if everybody's just going to flood the market with sell orders, and a potential buyer comes in and he sees 1,000 sell orders to 5 buy orders, that would not give that person a very good impression. And most likely, believe it or not, most likely that person would say, no, I'm not buying this coin. This coin has no traction, it has no appeal, blah blah blah, and would most likely just walk away. So it is in our best interest, in everybody's best interest, to work together. And as Peter had said, let's remove all of the low sell orders. They're totally, they're just defeating our purpose. It is counterproductive by placing cheaper and cheaper and cheaper sell orders. You just, not only are you just hurting yourself, but you're hurting the entire community by doing that, because you're degrading the coin. It devalues too quickly, and nobody would want to come on board and get involved with a coin project. So we have an awesome announcement to make. So I will hand this back to Pete shortly. He will make that announcement about a rebate plan that we came out with yesterday. He will be sharing that with you, and I believe it's something that will get a lot of people excited and that will stir up some momentum. But before I hand it back to Pete, let me just briefly touch on the passive coin trade, PCT for short. What that is, it is a profit sharing. When you put your coins into a plan, what you're actually doing is you're forming a partnership with the PCT company. And what do I mean by a partnership, or why would I say that you're entering into a partnership? Well, it's very simple. It is a totally profit share project now. So how this partnership works is very simple. You put up the assets, and we do the work, and then at the end of the day, we sit down, we do the math, and then we share the profits. as everybody knows, running a business, it takes, there's expenses, there are bills to pay. So at the end of the month or whatever, we do the accounting, we pay the bills, we pay the traders their commission, because nobody would want to sit there 24/7 trading and working without getting paid. So after the bills have been paid, the traders have been paid their commission for making a profit with your assets. Then what's left of it, we share it with those that have entered into a partnership. How do you enter into a partnership? Very simple. Select your plan of choice, enter how many coins you wish to lock in, whether it's 30, 60, or 90 days, and then you send your coins, you enter your transaction ID number, and you're done. Now you have set it, you can now forget it. At the end of the duration of the plan, you get your assets back, whatever the amount was that you locked up, they will be unlocked back into your account, and then shortly thereafter, we do the accounting, and then we plug in what percentage there is to be shared, and then the system will systematically deposit their share of the profits into your account balance. With that said, I'll pass it back to Pete.
And just again, sound check real quick to make sure that I am being heard. So I've seen a few more logging into the webinar here. So I see my good friend Lisa Fields in the house. So Terry Martel is here. Great, Sheila's here. And many others. But hey, it's great to see so many different flags from different countries. And just a pleasure having you guys with us again. And it's going to get busier. One thing I'm going to tell you guys, you know what, and you can mark my words here, that we're going to build up some real solid momentum. I know we've lost a bit of ground with enthusiasm levels out there because everything dragged on and took so long, and many, I guess, maybe lost hope that these guys will never get it onto an exchange. Nothing's happening here, and of course they move on. And I'm not saying you should stick to just doing only BCCA. I mean, obviously the crypto space is a very exciting industry, and there's many different exciting coins that you can work with, and we're not here to say that we're the one and only and almighty. That's not the message that we're trying to get across. We're just going to say we're going to have our share of the pie, and we're going to do that by building up some momentum, building up support, and really getting you guys behind the projects and the things that we're going to be doing moving forward. And we're going to be incentivizing you folks, the loyal people that are here. And one of the ways of doing that, and what we're going to work on, is a little rebate program here for the fact that today was officially to be the first day that we were live on the trading platform here. We had planned a bit of an incentive for you guys to go and purchase some coins right now, especially since there's people willing to dump them at a very cheap price. I see sell orders in place on CryptoX right now. If I look at it, I can see people already putting sells in for 507 Satoshis is the lowest sell order that I see right now, 508, 509, 510. So these sell orders here, obviously these guys don't have a clue. I mean, they just want to get some Bitcoin, right, and just possibly just move on, whatever the case may be. Or maybe they just want to test the waters a bit and see how it goes. Well, regardless, we're going to be incentivizing those of you that do take the time to go and create your account with CryptoX and go and purchase some BCCA coins. We're going to give you a 25% rebate. So how this is going to work, if you make a minimum 500 coin BCCA coin purchase on CryptoX, you qualify for a 25% rebate. We're going to give you actually 25% in BCCA coins directly to your wallet. All you have to do is send us an email after you've made a qualifying purchase of minimum 500 coins on the trading platform, and Gerhard has posted the email address where you're going to send in. the TX report of the transaction of the BCCA coins that you purchased. This is starting today, and we're going to run this right through the weekend here. So just to get a little traction going here and to see how well it's perceived, and let's say till Monday, we're going to run this promotion where you guys, every time you make a purchase there, regardless of the price, let's give an example. Let's say you go and buy 1,000 coins. Well, you're going to get 25% rebate. There's 250 BCCA coins that are going to be credited to your wallet just as a token of appreciation for supporting us. You buy 500 coins, well, that's 125 coins that will get credited. If you go buy 10,000 coins, well, 25%, that's 2,500 coins that will be credited to your BCCA wallet. So this is just a way of us saying thank you for supporting us and helping us, and let's clear out some of those lower sell orders and shore up some confidence here where people can see some trading volume. And that, again, that goes back to our goal of generating the trading volume that we need to get listed on CoinMarketCap. Now, granted that we may not get the kind of volume we're looking for right out the gate here, but that's okay. As long as we work together and we continue to be transparent and incentivize you folks and give you different carrots, different ways of rewarding you just for being a part of this community. And there will be plenty of exciting announcements that will be coming out here as we move forward. And we're not going to go into those today. Today is just more a recap of yesterday's webinar, where we are excited that the coin is live, and we hope that excitement is shared by each and every one of you, and that you start helping us getting the message out there. How can you do this? Well, it's really simple. By going on to your social media, your email list, whatever you have, and just get the message out there. Hey, BCCA is finally live, and send them your referral link. And you know what's cool about this crypto exchange here is they share the trading fees. The trading fees are only 0.015%. That's the trading fees here on CryptoX, 0.015%. That's very, very cheap, but they share a commission, a percentage of those trading fees of your referrals with you. So when you use your referral link from the exchange and your people come in here and start buying BCCA coins, or any coin for that matter, they will send you X amount of Satoshis in commissions, depending on the volume of that. So that's kind of cool. It's a reason for you guys to get your links out there, advertise them a bit, and just share the news about BCCA, the Least Crypto Coin Alliance, finally being live on a publicly traded platform. So that's it. We've got a great scenario here with the incentive, the contest here, the rebate program for BCCA. So I'm going to turn it back to Gerhard, and we've got some additional things that he'd like to share.
The requirements, the email first of all, or you can send an email to with the details of your purchases. We will need your real name. The reason is very simple. We all know that we don't live in a perfect world. So, but by requesting your real name, it is simply to avoid cheating. Like I said, in a perfect world, we wouldn't need that. We wouldn't need no name, no nothing. All we would need is just your email and proof of purchase. That would be all that we would need. But it is what it is. So we will be needing a real name to make sure that we are dealing with with a real person and not with one person and then a slew of fakes just to collect the rebate. But anyways, I hate to even say that, but anyways, that's what we will need: your real name, your email address where we can reach you, your TripCrocs username, and the purchase transaction ID, and also those that know how to take screenshots of your purchase purchases, that would be greatly appreciated. It's not mandatory. A lot of people struggle to take screenshots. It's not mandatory, but highly recommended. If you know how to take a screenshot, then by all means, take a screenshot and include the link to your screenshot in that email, and then we will forward. Lastly, I forgot to put it here in writing. Of course, we will need your BCCA receiving wallet address in that email as well, where we can send you your rebate coins to, right? Okay, Boxing says, just got 553 BCC. Well, that's a great start. There's a lot of people that have a lot less than that, so that's a good start. You just keep building, and before you know it, you will have 55,300, or you now have 553. The name of the game is buy as low as you can and sell as high as you can, right? That's the name of the game. That's how we make money with the cryptos on an exchange. But please do not just flood the market with sellers, because like I said before, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're directly hurting everybody else, including us as the company, as the owners. So let's work together. Like Pete always says, lock arms and run this race together. And by doing that, we're mutually supporting one another. We're supporting the community as a whole. And before you know it, we will have $10,000 or more in a trading volume. And then we will immediately apply to get BCC listed on the world most popular website in the world, CoinMarketCap, I think it is. And then that would be huge, because there's millions and millions of crypto enthusiasts relying on that website for details on any coins, upcoming coins, or coins that are currently doing great. And when they see a new coin pop up, then by the simple fact that a coin shows up on that website, on CoinMarketCap, that tells them that they have a great trading volume. Otherwise, they would not be on that website, because they don't allow just any what is commonly referred to as shitcoin. It sounds bad, but that's the actual word a lot of people use. So if you see a coin on that website, it's a real coin and it has a real trading volume. So that's our next goal. And while we're doing that, Pete and I and a core group of people that we are inviting to come on board with us, we will be hard at work building the utility, creating more usages for the coin. So that's pretty much all that I have to share. We need to cut this short because the recording would get unnecessarily long. But anyways, I have promised to do another trading session, but that's not going to work. The screen share bugs it down so much that it is almost impossible. I think we can stop the recording now, please. I'm going to ask my nephew to stop the recording. He put up a third laptop to record this, and just in case our awesome mutual friend Tom wasn't able, or Terry weren't able to record this, so we're going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to be open up for a Q&A. So with that said, thank you very much, folks. God bless, and see you real soon.